This video will describe the next steps you need to take to prevent a hold for spring 2019 registration. You should have already taken or be currently enrolled in CE 146 and Engineering 140. This means you will likely graduate in 1 to 3 semesters. There are two important things to note. The first is that CE 170 will only be offered until spring 2020. The second is if you have not already completed Engineering 124 Thermodynamics, you are allowed to take a 4th CE elective instead. What we need from you is a semester-by-semester course plan to make sure we have enough seats for everyone in the remaining semesters of CE 170. You can access a template for your semester-by-semester plan on Piazza. We'll talk about tips for completing this plan in a second, but once you've completed it, you will submit your completed plan on the Google form Hold Release Survey, also located on Piazza. So on this slide, you can see Piazza. If you click on Resources, you'll see Group B Plan Sheet, and you'll see the survey to submit it. So the plan sheet will look something like this on the right. Here's a completed version. Yours will be blank to start. Make sure you put your student ID and your name, and then fill in what classes you plan to take and when. You'll notice there's an asterisk on CE 171A. That course is impacted. It is difficult to get into. You may not be able to take it exactly the semester you plan, but it's better to have a game plan than not. What we're really concerned about is CE 170 to ensure we have enough sections available for the students who need to be in there to graduate on time. So if you successfully submit your course plan and hit submit on the Hold Release Survey, you will not have a hold placed on your account for spring 2019. Failure to complete this by the posted deadline will result in a hold placed on your account. Let's talk about your plan. Here are some questions you want to ask yourself to get started. When do you plan to graduate? How many units do you want to take each semester? And are you willing and able to take summer courses? So you want to think about work and life obligations here in terms of how many units you can take reasonably each semester and when you can graduate by. You also want to ask yourself what area of civil engineering are you interested in, because you want to prioritize that core area course to make sure you can take those electives. So core area course means 171A, 170, 161, 147, and 137. Those are the 5 areas of civil engineering that you'll be exposed to in this program. So let's focus on the first 3 questions. If you know when you plan to graduate, you can place CE 170 in the appropriate semester. For those graduating in spring 2019, it's obvious that you need to take CE 170 in spring 2019. And if that's the case, you need to indicate your lecture and lab preference so Ashley can automatically enroll you in the course. You will indicate that preference on the Hold Release Survey when you submit your semester-by-semester plan. If you're graduating in fall 2019, there is no elective available in the fall that requires CE 170, so please place CE 170 in your final semester. If you're graduating in spring 2020 and you do not plan to take the elective CE 173, Design of Water Control Processes, please place CE 170 in your final semester, which is spring 2020. If you are interested in taking CE 173, please place CE 170 in fall 2019. That will ensure you have the appropriate prerequisite for that elective. While planning, if you realize that your final semester only has 6 or 9 units, or you're trying to pack in 2 17 or 18 unit semesters, please consider taking summer classes. In terms of cost, it will be cheaper than taking an extra semester to graduate, and not overloading will ensure you do well in the courses you are registered for and do not have to repeat them. If you have any lingering GE courses, those will probably be available in the summer, and CE 137 and 161 will also be available this summer. No other CE electives or core courses will be offered in the summers. In terms of deciding which core courses to take when, we've already talked about 170, but the other 4 you can take in any order, provided you've satisfied the prerequisites up in the red box above. You're going to want to choose these in the order of your interest. So if you're interested in taking transportation electives, make sure you get into 147 sooner so that you can take 148 and 149, etc. If you're having trouble with your plan, or you just have other questions related to the curriculum changes, please post them on Piazza to get a quick response. To do that, you're just going to go to Q&A at the top, hit New Post. This box will pop up. You can post your question to the entire class, which just means everybody in Group B, and you can post it anonymously. If you have a very specific personal question, you can post your question just to me and Dr. Fell by hitting Instructor, but please only do this if it's a very personal question, because chances are any question you ask is going to benefit somebody else because they have a similar question. All of you are in a very similar place in the curriculum, so if you have a general question, please post it to the entire class, and if you're embarrassed for whatever reason, you can post it anonymously. You can view other questions and answers to those questions here on the left-hand side by clicking there. You can tag the questions if they're related to 170 or 124, or just general questions, or maybe questions about graduation. So all questions can be posted there. Since many of you are approaching graduation, just a reminder that you can submit your graduation application a year in advance. So if you're planning to graduate in fall 2019, you can submit your graduation application now. If you're planning to graduate in spring 2020, you can submit your graduation application in spring 2019. So please keep that in mind. That will give you priority registration to ensure you get into the courses that you need to finish. So just to recap, you're going to complete your semester by semester plan. You are going to submit it on the Google form, and you will not have a hold placed on your account if you complete this by the posted deadline. Good luck. If you have questions, remember to post them on Piazza.